Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Divine Healing Valley, Spirituality and Healing Meets. So I welcome all the regular participants and the guests here for the Wednesday session. And today the topic is spiritual healing myths. The myths, the misunderstanding that we have in the area of spiritual healing. So in short, we are going to discuss what is spiritual healing and what spiritual healing is not. So that will clarify a lot of misunderstandings which people have regarding the spiritual healings, and the modalities can be any modality. Yeah. So it could be chronic healing, Reiki healing, karmic healing, Vedic healing, excess bars, then NLP, any kind of healing modality that you can think of that is termed as spiritual healing. So we are going to look into the understanding and the misunderstanding involved with the spiritual healing. Yes. Right. So all of you must have definitely experienced some form of spiritual healing, which you must have gone through. Correct. So let us have some sharing. What are you present to? What is your understanding of what is spiritual healing? Have you gone through the spiritual healing? So you can share your experiences, good, bad, or ugly, whatever it is. And then we will see if you have any kind of misunderstanding, or if you want to have some clarity on the understanding of spiritual healing, so that you can tell others what spiritual healing is and what it is not. Yes. So who would like to share? Let me welcome the guests first. So Buddhi Raja ji, welcome. Pushpa ji, namaskar. And Krishnan Thakkar. Okay. So Buddhi Raja ji and Krishnan Thakkar ji, I think you have come here for the first time. Anything you would like to share to introduce yourself and so that we can connect with each other? Anything that you would like to share right now? Who has invited you? Which group are you from? Anything if you want to share? Buddhi Raja ji and Krishnan Thakkar ji. Amit ji, your guess? Not aware. Okay.
I'm not aware. I posted the message in various groups.
Yeah, I understand. That's fine. So, okay. So Buddhi Raja ji and Krishnan ji, whenever you are comfortable, you can share about yourself, right? And also regarding the topic. And we have another guest, Happy Ajay. So let's welcome all the guests together, right? One round of applause for all the guests who have come here for the first time. And I would request, whenever you are comfortable, you can share. And please write down your contact details in the chat box so that we can connect with you and send you the recording of this event after the event, which is tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Very good. So let's have now the regular participants share. What is spiritual healing? What is your experience of spiritual healing? And if you have any, if you have any misunderstanding, or if you have heard about someone who has any misunderstanding, so if you want any clarity, you can ask that. Who would like to go first? Anyone can share. Krishnanji, welcome. Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody who would like to share what is spiritual healing in your experience? How it is impacting your life?
I think if nobody is, maybe then maybe I can just start. It's
Sure,
not necessarily, yeah, it's not necessarily a question, but I think the biggest, most common, not biggest, but most common reaction that we get from largely from people, that even if they partially believe, they do not completely believe in it sometimes. And when the results do not come out of that action, that spiritual healing, then I think we have seen that if there is a belief, strong, completely blind belief, then the spiritual healings work. Otherwise, I personally think that they will not work till the time we don't have any, even a iota of lack of trust. So I think that personally also I come across as the most frequently found conversation when it comes to spiritual healing in people, especially in the beginning stage. So I think if
absolutely right, Amiji. Let's acknowledge Amiji. That's a very, very valid point and very common to all the healies, I would say, or the prospective healies. So when a healy approaches a healer for spiritual healing, so the faith and the trust is of utmost importance. Because first of all, we need to understand how is the healing happening. So let us first look at what is spiritual healing. Yeah. Then we will understand why we should go for full trust. Otherwise, with half trust or with doubts, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right. So first, let us understand what is spiritual healing. Good, Amiji. You picked up this topic. So let us get to the first basics.
Yeah.
Spiritual healing is healing of the body and the mind with the soul energy, which means the power of healing is always with the divine or with the soul. The body is जड़, बोलते हैं ना हम, जैसे जड़ है, चेतना जो है, चेतना की वजह से शरीर में जान है ना. तो हीलिंग कौन कर रहा है? बॉडी अपनी अपनी हीलिंग खुद नहीं करती है. बॉडी कैन नॉट हील इटसेल्फ. बॉडी इज लाइक ए बॉडी, physical body. So energy has to flow through it, then it gets healed. So it's the soul energy which heals the body. Similarly, it is the soul energy which heals the mind. So body and mind की जो healing है, which means a holistic healing, that is done by the divine energy operating through the soul. So the soul energy is what is called spiritual healing. When you use the soul energy to heal the body and mind, that is spiritual healing. It is called holistic because it impacts physically, mentally, emotionally, karmically, even your all the areas of your life, health, wealth, and relationships. And it can heal your karmas, past life, present life, future life. That is why it is called a holistic healing. So any spiritual healing will be holistic. It will go to the depth of the karmas of the soul, which the soul is carrying from birth to birth. So it can heal your karmas across time and space, you can say, right? So that is what is spiritual healing. So spiritual healing is done only by the divine or the divine energy. इसमें हम अपना दिमाग लगा के हीलिंग नहीं कर रहा है. Healer is not using his own intelligence or his own powers to heal. That is why the healer always surrenders to the divine and says, divine will be done. It is the divine magic or the divine will which is actually healing. Correct? And how do you worship the divine? How do you go to the temple? If you go to the temple with half-heartedly, you will say, अगर मेरा काम हो गया तो मैं 11 रुपए का प्रसाद चढ़ाऊंगा, नहीं हुआ तो नहीं चढ़ाऊंगा. Does that work? It will not work. Similarly, when the healer is asking for spiritual healing, it has to be with full trust and faith and full surrender, because the healing happens when the healer receives the healing. Healer sends it, but the healing is actually received. Till the receiving is done, the healing effect will not happen. So the healer has to be ready for accepting the spiritual healing, and that readiness comes with the faith, with the trust. So no doubt, complete surrender. That is when the spiritual healing will work. So very right, Amitji. Full trust, full faith is required for receiving the healing energy, because healing energy is definitely present, because the healer is channelizing that energy to the healing, but he has to receive it. So healing, that's why we say healing is never sent, it is always received or pulled by the healing. So the trust factor is of utmost importance, I think, and that clears a major doubt for many healers. Yes. So if the effect is not happening, check your understanding, check your faith. Doubt to nahi aa raha hai aapko. Like that. Very good. Let's acknowledge Amit ji. Very good question. Very good answer, actually. Very good topic, I would say. Yes. Anybody else who would like to share your experience of spiritual healing? And of course, any questions related to how it works, whether it works. Yes.
As you said, we invoke the universal vital energy to heal ourselves, self-healing, and heal other people.
Yes.
We
Perfect.
invoke that power, and we surrender fully with full faith and full devotion and full trust.
Yes. So the healer channelizes the healing energy, divine healing energy, and sends it to the healers. So the healers receive it, and then they get healed. And there are different techniques how it is done: distance healing, touch healing. Yes. So if you're a healer, you would know that. So, Krishan ji, anything you would like to share about yourself and your experience of spiritual healing? Are you in the journey of spiritual healing? or have you received spiritual healing from someone?
Yes, we attended some spiritual healing yesterday by Kuldeep Elawat.
Okay, I know him. Yeah. So you've come from I think the
Hanuman Reiki.
uh-huh.
So he invoked the Hanuman to come and help to self-healing and give healing to others. So
Yes.
he brings us into trance, and after trance, when our subconsciousness is awakened, means uh, we put some guided instruction, and healing occurs.
Very good. So process could be different, Krishanji. Process could be different in different modalities, but the idea is basically the concept of spiritual healing is that the divine energy is invoked and the divine energy heals. Absolutely perfect. Correct? Very good. Very good. Let's acknowledge Krishanji. Yeah. Yes. Anybody else who would like to share? Any doubts you have about your experience of spiritual healing, then you can ask me. It can be any modality that you've gone through, like Krishanji shared here. It could be Reiki, any form of Reiki, Karuna Reiki, Hanuman Reiki, right? And just for your information for all the guests, I started my spiritual journey around 25 years back, and I've actually had the experience of most of the spiritual healing modalities which are available. Started with pranic healing, Reiki healing, karmic healing, quantum healing, access bars. Yes. And of course, the new age technologies, whatever you can think of. So access bars, give out the, you can say cosmic consciousness, right? And lot many more. Vedic healing, Vedanta wisdom. So all these are healing modalities which I have practiced and which I teach. Yes. All right, good. So anybody else who has any question? Yes, Gunjan, you raise your hand.
Sir, I have experienced your healings. So my life has totally changed. So before I met you, Amit introduced me to you, and I'm really grateful to Amit कि उसने मेरे को मिलवाया आपसे. And as you know that I never believed in you on the first go. So, but I had blind faith कि कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा. So I waited for 3 months till my healings were like done for the first time. And मैंने सोचा कि बस हो गया healing and let me go away now. So I went off. So I left the group, everything कि बस हो गया. But I never knew that it is a lifelong process.
Yes. Very
So
good.
I have to come back again.
Again, that's again a very valid sharing and very valid answer actually. Many people say healing kab tak karni hai. So you have to understand the journey of the soul. Yes.
Yeah.
You are a soul and you are on a journey, birth after birth after birth. As long as you are not awakened, you are sleepwalking, you are still on a spiritual journey. Whenever the soul is in a body, it is on a spiritual journey, correct? Now, when the soul is not awakened, sleepwalking, then there is no conscious healing happening. Then it is happening as per the universal process. जो process है evolution का उस हिसाब से आप चल रहे हैं, correct? The moment you are awakened, that is when you become a conscious seeker. So you are awakened now, not enlightened. You are awakened, and then you start your spiritual journey. The spiritual journey is all about healing. You are healing your karmas. Birth after birth after birth, you are healing your karmas, so that your chit is free of all the imprints. That's the journey we are in, correct? So it is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey. We are initiating the healing process so that a healer is used to this journey. And जैसे गाड़ी को धक्का मार के चला देते हैं, उसके बाद गाड़ी सेल्फ स्टार्ट हो जाती है, उसके मतलब चलने लग जाती है. So any healer who comes for healing has to be responsible for his life, has to be responsible for the results that is being produced in his life. He has to do something. वो actions लेगा तभी results आएंगे. Spiritual healing can only, you can say, if like a person if he is driving, we can ensure that there is no speed breakers and there are no major red lights. वो थोड़ा सा हेल्प मिल जाता है, बट ड्राइव आपको ही करना है, लाइफ आपकी है, आपको आगे बढ़ना है. सो स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग इज ए लाइफ लॉन्ग जर्नी and self healing is the process that actually every healer should get into. Yes, very good, Gunjan. Wonderful sharing and very powerful learning for all the healers. Thank you. Yes, yes, Geeta ji, you have raised your hand.
Hi, I wanted to find out. I do a bit of distant healing. I did a course with Jose Silva. It's a mind control program, and I do distant healing. That is not healing myself, but what you're talking about is healing your own spirit, right? But if I'm doing distant healing, would that be considered as spiritual healing?
Yes, yes.
Something
Because
like
see,
you
you have
do
to
Reiki for
understand.
someone else.
You have to first understand any healer will access the divine energy through different modalities. Okay,
Right.
and that healing energy will first heal the healer, and
Yeah.
then that healing energy is channelized to the healing.
Okay.
So the same energy which heals the healing will actually heal the healer also. That is why we say the quality of healing, the healing energy is always divine, but the quality of healing depends on how much the healer is absorbing and how much the healer is transmitting. Correct? So suppose if I am receiving 100 units, I am using 60 units for myself, then I have the capacity to transfer only 40 units to the healing. Correct? Because the healing energy is pure, absolutely divine, 100% pure, no issues. Correct? But then
So
the
you
healing
become
energy,
a channel. Basically, you become a channel, right?
yes, you are a channel, you are a conduit through which the energy, divine energy is flowing. तो जैसे जैसे आप अपनी हीलिंग करेंगे वैसे वैसे आपकी हीलिंग पावरफुल होती जाएगी, बिकॉज देन स्लोली फ्रॉम 60 you will take for 50, you can channelize 50 now, then you will take 40, so you can channelize 60 more. Correct? That is how a healer with practice heals himself and heals others. Right? So that's a very good question again, Geeta ji. So thank you for asking that. So you need to understand, even a healer is on a journey, lifelong journey. Once a healer, always a healer, right? So you have to keep healing and move on that journey so that you can heal yourself and heal others. That is the process. Wonderful. Yes, anybody else who would like to share any more question? Yes, Seema ji.
सर अभी एक डाउट मेरा था जो कि क्लियर हुआ गुंजन जी के थ्रू कि जो हीलिंग है वो लाइफ लॉन्ग जर्नी है, हमें बीच में नहीं छोड़नी है। और इस पे ये जो डिस्कशन था इसमें मेरा एक यही डाउट था कि हमें हीलिंग कब तक करनी है और कितनी करनी है, बट समझ आ रहा है कि लाइफ लॉन्ग जर्नी है। और सर एक चीज और है कि अगर कंटिन्यू ना कर पाओ तो कुछ नेगेटिव तो नहीं होगा ना, ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, या आप उसी पे रहोगे, आपका मीटर ऊपर नहीं होगा बट मीटर नीचे तो नहीं जाएगा ना? ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है?
Okay, Seema ji, very good question. Let's acknowledge Seema ji. This is a very common question which comes from most of the healers, right? Or the healers who have done the program. See, any healing program, if you attend, it will be for maybe, like if you attend my program, it's like 15 weeks. So maximum it will be 3 to 4 months. By after 3 to 4 months, a healer learns all the techniques of healing and then it is a practice. Correct? Now your question is that अगर हीलर, मैं हीलर की भी बात करूं, हीलिंग की भी बात करूं, ठीक है ना? अगर हीलर जो है उसने सीख लिया सारी टेक्निक्स, लेकिन अब वो प्रैक्टिस करना छोड़ देता है या छोड़ देती है, देन क्या होगा? कोई नुकसान होगा? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग का कोई यू कैन से नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट और साइड इफेक्ट्स नहीं होते हैं। इट्स ओनली डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स। तो डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स अगर आपको मिलती रहेंगी तो कोई ओवरडोज हो जाएगा क्या? ओवर कुक नहीं होगा ना। डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग तो हर एक को चाहिए, सोल को तो डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स ही चाहिए। तो ए हीली हु इज रिसीविंग हीलिंग कैन नेवर से दैट आई हैव रिसीव्ड मोर देन इनफ हीलिंग्स, कभी भी नहीं। तो ऐसे हीली यू नीड एज मच डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स एज यू कैन गेट। मैं तो इससे हीलिंग करा रहा हूँ तो क्या मैं आपसे भी हीलिंग करा लूँ? अरे जितनी ब्लेसिंग्स मिल रही है ले लो। इफ यू कैन अफोर्ड इट, यू कैन डू दैट विद 2 healers, you can do that with 3 healers, whatever. What I'm saying is don't compare. डिवाइन हीलिंग है, डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स हैं, ले लो। करेक्ट? रही हीलर की बात, आपने अगर हीलिंग प्रैक्टिसेस छोड़ दी हैं, उस समय आपकी गाड़ी चलनी बंद हो गई है, आप सड़क जैसे ढाबे जा रहे हो, हाईवे पे, आपने ढाबे पे रुके चाय पीने के लिए रुक गए हो, उसमें कोई नुकसान है क्या? कोई नुकसान नहीं है। चाय पियो, खाना खाओ, गाड़ी में बैठो, दोबारा चलो। So if you're taking a break, you should be aware that you have taken a break. So as soon as the break is over, get back to the journey and start moving. Simple है. गिल्ट में नहीं जाना, रिग्रेट नहीं करना है, बट एक्शन में आ जाओ. एक्शन में नहीं हो, यू आर नॉट ट्रैवलिंग. अगर आप ढाबे में बैठ के खाना खा रहे हो और आपका पर्पस जर्नी था, यहाँ से आप ऋषिकेश जा रहे हो, तो जर्नी तो तभी होगी जब जर्नी में जाओगे नहीं. अगर ढाबे में खाने बैठ गए हो तो उस समय जर्नी नहीं हो रही है. कोर्स इट इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. यू नीड टू टेक रेस्ट ऑल्सो. यस, बट देन यू गेट बैक इनटू द कार एंड देन अगेन स्टार्ट योर जर्नी. सिंपल है सीमा जी, तो कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा. ये तो इनफैक्ट भगवत गीता में कृष्ण भगवान ने भी जवाब दिया है ना. अर्जुन को अर्जुन says if a meditator is meditating and doing all the spiritual sadhanas and then he doesn't do it, then what happens? सब कुछ waste? No, you will carry that forward in your next birth. जब भी situation ठीक होगी, you will pick up from there only. And this is the understanding of Bhagavad Gita, right? Lord Krishna explains this to Arjuna. So that is quite in line with what I have said. You will never be a loser. If you are on a spiritual journey, whatever you have accumulated will serve you not only in this life, but in your future lives. So keep healing and keep moving. That is the lesson, right? Very good, Seemaji. Thank you for asking that question. Yes. Anybody else who has any question? And Amitji and Sanjeev, whenever you feel comfortable, please feel free to share. Yes. Any other major objection or questions that you have faced? Because there are many healers here who have done my program. So you must be also practicing and you must have come across many questions from healers, which if you have found it difficult to ask, you should ask me now. Yes.
Maybe I can briefly discuss a point.
Yeah.
So I have also been trained by you as well as a healer, and also for others who do not know, I've also done something called pranic healing. It's a very basic level, entry level course that I did. I've been with a lot of healers, some healers, but so another point which also come into play is sometimes when it is about the efficacy of a healer. And personally, I think that it's just a point that I'm trying to share. It's very important for the healer to be also be as clear of the chit, as clear in terms of spiritual principles, and also should have integrated those spiritual laws into his life. The more he has done it or she has done it, his or her healing will be a lot more effective for the healing. We come across situations when healer himself is probably in a situation where he may also needs to have a lot of clarity in terms of cleaning the own chit and being able to accept and forgive others. I think I personally have seen, I tried to heal some people, but then I realized that I need to also personally work on myself before I become a healer. An efficient healer, where I can really take the responsibility of really healing someone.
Absolutely right, Amitji. Very good point, actually. Let's acknowledge Amitji for that. Yes. Yes, so as I said, even a healer is on a lifelong journey of healing, self-healing. Only thing is, as long as he is healing others, he can channelize that much energy more. And in the process, he will get healed and he will heal others. The idea is that as you keep on healing yourself and others, your chit gets cleaned faster. The whole process is all about cleansing your chit, rightly said. Yes. So whatever processes you are following is to cleanse your chit of all the tamas and all the rajas so that you are established in sattva. So that you can raise in the consciousness from the Mooladhara, the root chakra, to at least the third eye chakra, the Agya chakra, right? That is where we are sthit pragya. You study in the divine wisdom. So a healer who is operating from root chakra obviously will not be very effective. But if his consciousness has raised to third eye chakra, he will be doing magical healings. That is why you can say a healings done by different healers would be different, because their level of consciousness is different, because their cleansing of the chit has not happened so far. So they will be at the lower chakras, and obviously the healing will be nothing wrong with the healing energy, by the way. Healing energy is pure divine. Only thing is the healer himself is absorbing most of the healing energy. So he is not able to transmit, as I said before, he is not able to transmit that energy, the divine energy, to the healing. That is the only issue. So as he keeps on doing practices, he will improve his healing techniques. Rightly said, Amitji. Very good point. Yes, let's acknowledge Amitji. Okay, so a couple of points are coming to my mind. Yes, I will take that after Mr. Anirudhji. Yes, you raise your hand. Go ahead.
यस सर, ये मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था कि स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग में जैसे अभी हमारे पास हाथरस में एक हुआ है भोलेनाथ, और एक है हमारे धर्मेंद्र शास्त्री, तो स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग है क्या है? धर्मेंद्र शास्त्री जो हैं, और एक दूसरा के 2 केस हैं, बाकी बहुत है केस तो बहुत हैं, तो उनको आप क्या कहेंगे, स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग या इज इट समथिंग डिफरेंट?
बाकी लोग क्या कर रहे हैं मेरे को कैसे मालूम होगा? मैं अपना बता सकता हूँ, या जिनको मैंने सिखाया उनका बता सकता हूँ। वो कौन सी हीलिंग कर रहे हैं वो जाने।
I think those are preachers, not necessarily healers.
I will
And
not
they-
comment on that. I will pass no judgment on anybody else because I don't know what they are doing. If I know what they are doing, I will tell you. But I will look into my life and see what I am doing and what I am teaching rather than what others are doing. Yes. तो अनिरुद्ध जी, आपका एक्सपीरियंस क्या है स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग का, और आपके अगर कोई डाउट है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। बाकी लोगों के बारे में बात करना गॉसिप हो जाएगा, फायदा नहीं है।
तो ठीक है, ओके, वो माइंड में एक क्वेश्चन था, मैंने पूछ लिया। दूसरा ये है कि ये स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग और स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ में क्या फर्क है? एक ही बात।
जैसे जैसे आप स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग करेंगे वैसे वैसे आपकी स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ होगी, जर्नी आगे बढ़ेगी।
तो बोथ आर सेम, और उसमें कोई डिफरेंस है दोनों?
स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में आगे बढ़ेंगे तो हीलिंग के साथ ही आगे बढ़ेंगे। हीलिंग तो हो ही रही है, या तो आप सोते सोते कर रहे हो या जागते जागते कर रहे हो। करेक्ट। स्लीप वॉकिंग कोई कर रहा है तो भी इसकी हीलिंग हो रही है, लेकिन वो इवोल्यूशन के प्रोसेस से चल रहा है। राइट। लेकिन अगर आप कॉन्शियस हीलर हो, वेकेंड हीलर हो, तो आप खुद अपनी हीलिंग कर रहे हो कॉन्शियसली। यू आर लर्निंग सम हीलिंग मॉडलिटीज, आप अपनी हीलिंग कर रहे हो, औरों की हीलिंग कर रहे हो। सो यू आर doing some practices which are going to move you faster on the journey. That process is called self healing. Right? सोल की सेल्फ हीलिंग ही चल रही है, अलग अलग बर्थ में आके आप यही कर रहे हो। इवोल्यूशन ऑफ द सोल इज एक्चुअली सेल्फ हीलिंग, सोल हीलिंग और स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग। करेक्ट। गुड क्वेश्चन अनुज जी। सो दैट इज द जर्नी। तो दैट इज व्हाई आई से हीलिंग इज ए लाइफ लॉन्ग जर्नी। जन्म पे जन्म आप लिए जा रहे हो, आप हीलिंग ही कर रहे हो, तो कॉन्शियसली कर लो ना। सोते सोते क्यों करना है? जाग गए हो तो जागते हुए करो, जल्दी पहुंचोगे डेस्टिनेशन पे। यस, वेरी गुड। लेट्स एक्नॉलेज अनिरुद्ध जी। राइट नाउ ए मेजर क्वेश्चन व्हिच मेनी हीलिंग्स हैव आस्क्ड मी, यू नो, कैन स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग, एनी काइंड ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग, कैन दे न्यूट्रलाइज द इफेक्ट ऑफ ब्लैक मैजिक? मेरे ऊपर बहुत जबरदस्त ब्लैक मैजिक हुआ है और मेरी जिंदगी बहुत बर्बाद हो चुकी है। नाउ कैन स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग हेल्प मी? सो लेट मी फर्स्ट एक्सप्लेन द बेसिक कंसेप्ट क्या है। स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग में यू आर यूजिंग द डिवाइन एनर्जीज, यू कैन से द डिवाइन लाइट, डिवाइन लव, डिवाइन विजडम। ये 3 तरीके हैं जो डिवाइन को हम एक्सेस करते हैं। राइट? डिवाइन लव, डिवाइन लाइट एंड डिवाइन विजडम। सो एनी हीलिंग मॉडलिटी विल बी चैनलाइजिंग दिस डिवाइन एनर्जीज एंड through the healer it comes to the healing. Correct? What is black magic if you ask me? It is negative energy which operates at the root chakra or below. बहुत low frequency की energy है। I will not go into the details of how it is practiced and all that. All I am saying is black magic के भी जो भी entities हैं, जो भी energies हैं, they are at a very very low frequency. The maximum they will come up is up to root chakra. That means, or you can say maximum up to navel, यानी कि आपका सोलर चक्र तक जाएगा, लोअर चक्रास में जाएंगे। राइट? एंड इट कैन इम्पैक्ट, डेफिनेटली इट कैन इम्पैक्ट। इफ ब्लेसिंग्स कैन अफेक्ट, द कर्सेस कैन आल्सो अफेक्ट। तो कभी फैमिली कर्स चलता है, यस, आपने सुना होगा, उसकी फैमिली में कुछ अनर्थ हुआ है और श्राप मिला हुआ है। तो श्राप क्या है? इट इज ए नेगेटिव एनर्जी। करेक्ट? फैमिली कर्स इज व्हाट? इट्स ए नेगेटिव एनर्जी एंड इट रन्स थ्रू द फैमिली, सो इट इज ए जेनेटिक कर्मा। So sometimes it is an accident. Some negative energies can come, some entities can come, or sometimes it can be sent intentionally by someone. Of course, it's a very powerful negative karma. उसका impact बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, right? But yes, that can be neutralized. Why? Because the divine energies that we are talking of in spiritual healing is going well up to the third eye and the crown chakra. We are accessing the divine energy from the crown chakra and then healing the lower chakras. So with spiritual healing, you can get a protection shield which can not only neutralize the black magic, but can protect you from the black magic in future. So that is the right answer for how spiritual healing can impact or neutralize the effect of black magic in your life or anybody's life. Yes. So that I thought is a very valid objection from people, from questions. So you need to understand that. Yes. Anybody else who wanted to ask anything? और कोई जानना चाह रहे? गीता जी, विजय जी.
Sir, what
any
are the myths? What are the myths about spiritual healing?
myths basically हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स हैं जो आपके गलत धारणाएं हैं बनी हुई हैं, उसी के ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं, है ना. तो लोगों की जो मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग को लेके, उसी को हम क्लियर कर रहे हैं. सो वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल मिथ्स ओनली. If you have any new objections or new questions which you have faced from the
Yeah.
healers, you can ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I do have. Sir, I do get readings from people and बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं जो 15 20 साल के हैं and they are just ruining their career, and even the elderly people, they are ruining their marriage just in the name of twin flame. So what is the concept behind it? Soulmate,
Okay,
twin flame, what is that?
Twin flame is definitely a very powerful concept of two souls who are linked together by a very very strong karmic connection. Correct. बाकी उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ बर्बाद करी है, ये उनकी प्रॉब्लम. कंसेप्ट बहुत क्लियर है और वो डिवाइन है. तो ट्विन फ्लेम का बेसिक कंसेप्ट क्या है आपको बता दूं. So you would first understand whenever a person comes, you try to explain to them the concept of a twin flame. Twin flame का मतलब क्या है? Twin flame का मतलब यह है, there is a soul who is on a journey and in a very very strong powerful karmic connection with another soul, maybe from many births, and it is so strong that it is going to last another many births. तो बहुत लंबी जर्नी है इनकी और वो एक दूसरे के पूरक माने जाते हैं. पूरक का मतलब क्या है? Not that they are incomplete and they fill each other. No, that is not the concept. वो तो अटैचमेंट हो जाएगी. Every soul is whole, complete and perfect. और मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ हर सोल का ट्विन फ्लेम सिर्फ परमात्मा ही है. सोल को कंप्लीट करने के लिए और किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. Every soul is complete. Why you need a twin flame? To accelerate on your spiritual journey. And since it is a very strong karmic connection and will be together for many births, उनका एसोसिएशन बहुत अच्छा और बहुत पावरफुल होता है फॉर ईच अदर. they you can say they will push each other on the spiritual journey, push them whatever they need to do, and साथ में आगे बढ़ेंगे. Now they can be, एक्चुअली में देखा जाए तो दे कैन बी ऑफ कोर्स थोड़ा रोमांटिक उसमें एंटेंगलमेंट रहता है. सो दे कुड बी हस्बैंड वाइफ और दे कुड बी लवर्स, or simply put, it could also be two people who are not connected romantically, something like that. When I'm saying two people means gender could be any, yeah, two women, two men, whichever way. So they can also be there. Okay, not necessarily it has to be a romantic relationship, not necessary, but mostly it is. तो स्ट्रॉन्ग कार्मिक कनेक्शन है, कई जन्मों से है और कई जन्मों तक रहेगा. तो ऑब्वियसली बहुत, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, बहुत घनिष्ठता है उसमें, वेरी वेरी क्लोज कार्मिक कनेक्शन. बट one thing you have to understand, you should not be attached. The souls should not be attached because soul is always unattached. तो अटैचमेंट नहीं चाहिए. प्योर लव, प्योर विजडम, प्योर केयर एंड सेल्फलेस सर्विस, ये सारी चीजें आती हैं जो ट्विन फ्लेम कॉन्सेप्ट में है. बाकी लोगों ने उसको क्या बना रखा है और जिंदगी बर्बाद कर रहे हैं, वो सब उनके ड्रामा. आई विल नॉट कमेंट ऑन दैट, बट यस, ट्विन फ्लेम कॉन्सेप्ट इज वेरी वेरी पावरफुल एंड वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. बट यू अंडरस्टैंड, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड इट वेरी वेरी सिंपली, हर आत्मा का ट्विन फ्लेम एक ही है और वो परमात्मा है. You get the energies from there and then you can share that with any soul. So that is fine. So I hope I have answered you in some extent. Right? Try to answer the people in that line.
Yes, sir.
Try to answer the people in that line. You will be able to convince them. And of course, spiritual healing will help
Yeah.
because वो attachment खत्म कर देगा और दोनों की journey को आगे बढ़ा
Yeah.
देगा. तो twin flames की healing दोनों को अलग-अलग करके healing कर सकते हो आप. Yes, I've done that in many cases. I've done that. It works.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Very
you.
good. Let's acknowledge that again. It's a very, very powerful concept of spiritual healing impacting twin flame journey. And again, it is called twin flame journey. समझिए, ये journey है, ये event नहीं है. It's not a passing affair. It's a very, very strong connection, and it is going to last for many, many lives. Yes. Anybody else who has any question? Sanjeev, welcome. Anything you would like to share?
But at the end, like Paramatma is only our twin flame, the real twin flame.
Yes, yes, obviously. आत्मा का twin flame सिर्फ परमात्मा ही मिलना उसी से है ना.
Yes.
Self realization और God realization means you are connecting with the divine only. तो जर्नी तो वहीं पे जाएगी. साथ में कौन जाएगा? अब आप डेस्टिनेशन तक जा रहे हो, साथ में कौन होंगे? तो twin flame can help you to reach there faster and whatever.
The twin flame can be anybody, like parents also, even our
नहीं,
kids.
parents नहीं होंगे. वो it will be compatible. They will be compatible. So could be friends, could be husband wife, could be lovers.
Okay.
That way. Yep.
So it has to be only the romantic relationship.
No, it may not be romantic. मैंने कहा platonic भी हो सकता है.
Okay.
Platonic भी हो सकता है. Two friends. And I have very serious thoughts about Sanjeev and Amit being twin flames, right? we are together pulling and pushing each other on the spiritual journey, so we can be twin flames. And
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
we love each other. That's fine. उसके ऊपर और कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Right? Yes. So I hope I made it clear. It need not be romantic. It can be very, very close and very strong karmic connection. Yes. All right, let's acknowledge Gunjan. Very powerful concept. Yes, anybody else who has any question? Let me see you. New people who have joined in. Vivek Walia ji, welcome. Tarun ji, welcome. VJ, welcome. Yes. और कोई सवाल किसी के? Yes, Sanjeev, over to you. Anything you want to share? We're talking on the misunderstandings on the
I think
spiritual
that's
journey.
a lovely discussion we are having today. Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. I heard it to be a very lovely discussion. Everyone talking, sharing, asking. I think that's very clear. At least everyone has that clarity about this subject, wants to have the clarity. Either they have the clarity or wants to have the clarity. My point, which I would like to put one point out here today, if you're looking that clarity about this spiritual journey and this thing, I'll use two words. Try to sort out the difference between the two words. In life, what I observe most of the people trying to resolve their life issues. Resolve the life issues. Okay. I say avoid resolving. There's no need to resolve. Dissolve life issues. Dissolve it. Because resolve is supposed to be temporary in nature. Dissolving the issues is permanent in nature. And if you can start, one can start dissolving the issues, you are automatically into spiritual journey. You don't need any science to understand from others. One will walk the path automatically by themselves. That's what I think. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, Sanjeev. So 2 words, and it has gone right into the depth of the mind, subconscious mind. Yeah. So resolve nahi karna hai, dissolve karna hai. Again, coming to the purification of chit. And sure, with your experience of vipassana, that comes very naturally, right? चित्त को शुद्ध करना है, चित्त को निर्मल करना है, चित्त को शुद्ध करना है. We call that melting and mixing of the ego, right? Very, very powerful. And that is actually what is required. Spiritual journey is all about dissolving your chit, or the dissolving the impurities in the chit, so that it becomes pure. Very powerful. Great. Anybody else who has any question? Any doubts? Anything that you have heard from others? One very funny objection which I heard. I will share that, and then I will come to Gita ji. So there was a case when I was doing a healing for a particular healing. Of course, aged थे, तो उसके बेटे ने मेरे से अपने फादर के लिए healing कराई थी, and we started the process, and within the second cycle, which means basically first cycle 21 days का था, second cycle जब 21 days का चल रहा था, his father expired. And of course he was in bad shape, he was in ICU and ventilator and all that. तो healing हमने इसीलिए करी थी कि ठीक हो जाए. And of course he was going through the upset of losing his father and all. So he came back and told me कि you started the healing and my father died, passed away. So spiritual healing is dangerous. So that was his point. I said, Abhi aap, let me, I will not discuss anything right now. I'll complete the rituals and all that, come back. We will talk. And he was a known person. Let us talk after the Tervi Magare ho jane do, uske baad aaram se baat karte hain. And after that, I told him, first you need to understand, spiritual healing is done by the divine for a soul to move forward on the spiritual journey. And if moving forward on the spiritual journey means the soul is going to take another form, it will take another form. उसके इस जन्म में जितनी सफरिंग्स थी वो जल्दी हील हो गई. तो 5 साल की सफरिंग थी वो स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग की वजह से अगर 6 महीने में हील हो गई और आत्मा ने शरीर छोड़ दिया और अगली जर्नी में चले गए, इज दैट गुड और बैड और अगली और व्हाट? दिस वाज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट आई आस्क्ड हिम. If you was in the ICU for another 6 months, would you have liked it? 6 महीना 1 साल अगर वो और सफर करते हैं आईसीयू में, वो तुम्हारे लिए ठीक था. उनकी भी हालत खराब हो रही है, तुम्हारी भी हालत खराब हो रही है. एंड अगर वो सोल ने शरीर छोड़ दिया और आगे चले गए तो वो जर्नी सोल के लिए तो अच्छी ही है. तुम्हारे सिर्फ 13 दिन का मॉर्निंग है, उसके बाद तुम भी ठीक हो जाओगे. करेक्ट? थिंक अबाउट इट. एंड देन ही फाइनली एग्रीड. तो मैंने कहा, फिर मैंने मजाक में उसको समझा, इट इज लाइक सेइंग कि वो किसी ने काके ने ढाबे पे जाके छोले भटूरे खाए और वो मर गया. देयर आर 2 डिफरेंट इवेंट्स. These are 2 different events. छोले भटूरे खाना is another thing. And आत्मा ने शरीर छोड़ दिया is a different thing. Why are you getting it connected? So you have to understand, many times it happens that during the healing process, the soul might feel okay, free, and then leave the body and go. That is fine. कर्मास पूरे हो गए हैं तो soul will leave the body. उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. वो सोल का डिसीजन है, डिवाइन का डिसीजन है, वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. Our job is to send, as a healer, our job is to, or our process is to channelize the divine energy and send it to the healing. बाकी divine magic भी done. वो divine अपना काम करेगा. Clear है? So you might ask, this is serious by the way. आप उस समय लड़ नहीं सकते उनसे. हम 15 दिन बाद बात करेंगे. Later on he understood and he accepted. Yes. Right? Yes. Anybody else who wanted to share? Yes, Geeta ji. First Geeta ji, and then I will come to you. Gunya. Yeah. Yes, Geeta ji. आप म्यूट पे हैं. म्यूट पे हैं. हाँ.
Yeah. Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask is, I believe in spirituality, but I don't know the rituals of all the puja parts that is done in our temples. So if I go to the temple, I am very comfortable and very relaxed. I sit there just to have that peace, the energy that I get from that mandir, but I don't go there for doing that puja. I feel it's a very fake thing that some people do, and they say, "Ma'am, aap religious hi nahi ho." But I'm very strongly believe that, being one with yourself, with your spirit, is any day a better religion than doing that, 10 vrat kar diya, 10 pandit koi kar diya, all that stuff. I don't know. I am always confused. Am I at the right path or am I thinking right?
Okay. So let me explain this with a ritual. What is the difference between a ritual and a spiritual? Ritual spiritual कब होता है, मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. ठीक है ना? आप मंदिर में जाते हो, दिया जलाते हो, घंटी बजाते हो, ये रिचुअल है. अगर उसकी वजह से आपके अंदर चित्त में कोई शुद्ध हुआ, आपका चित्त शुद्ध हुआ, करेक्ट, तो वो स्पिरिचुअल है. अगर आप सिर्फ दिया जला के आ रहे हो, भगवान से प्रार्थना करके आ रहे हो और कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा, तो वो रिचुअल है, वो करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तभी चलेगा. लेकिन अक्सर हम क्या करते हैं, रिचुअल नहीं करने से क्या चित्त की शुद्धि होती ही नहीं है. इसमें वो 10 बार करेगा, 11वीं बारी में हो सकता है चित्त में थोड़ी सी शुद्धि होने लग जाए. That is why people process this or follow this as a ritual, so that at some point of time they will be awakened. So it is nothing wrong. It's good. It's a good habit. सुबह शाम
So
दिया
what
जलाना,
happens
प्रार्थना
is,
करना, भजन करना, all these are good rituals, because at some point of time they will ignite the spirit in you and it will become spiritual. That is the whole concept. Correct?
but I've
So
seen, but I've seen people who do a lot of bad things, all sorts of wrong things, things like everything and everything,
गीता
and
जी,
then they go to Vaishnav.
let
Yeah.
us not judge others. उनकी जर्नी है, अभी सो
No,
रहे
no.
हैं
So
वो.
what I was saying is, like, they go to Vaishnav Devi and they think that all that has been cleansed, and they come back the same way that they are. They don't improve.
Exactly. तो अभी वो सो रहे हैं ना, जागे नहीं है. They are sleepwalking. But one day, because of all these, they might wake up.
They might. Okay.
तो 10 बारी वैष्णो देवी का ही नहीं हुआ, 11वीं बारी में हो सकता है वो जागृत हो जाए,
Okay.
और फिर उसकी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी बहुत स्पीड पे जाएगी. So everything counts. See, if you want to cut, I won't give an example of cutting a tree or breaking a mountain, say, okay? तो आप फावड़ा लेके लगे हुए माउंटेन को मारने, 100 बार आपने फावड़ा मारा या हथौड़ा मारा तब जाके टूटा. तो कौन से 100th टाइम आप मारा आपने और वो पत्थर टूट गया, या फिर मान लीजिए चट्टान टूट गया? नो, all the 100 hits were important, correct? It's not that the 100th one broke it.
Yeah. True.
पहला भी जरूरी है और 100th भी जरूरी है. तो रिचुअल्स ऐसे हैं, आपने 100 दिन तक दिया जलाया, कुछ नहीं हुआ, लेकिन 100वें दिन कुछ अजूबा हो गया आपके अंदर, चित्त की शुद्धि हो गई, जागृत हो गए, और आपकी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी आगे बढ़ी. सो रिचुअल को स्पिरिचुअल बनाना है, यही एक जर्नी है. एंड हीलिंग हेल्प, एंड दैट इज एक्चुअली द प्रोसेस ऑफ हीलिंग. When you have healed inside, your inside world enough, you will be awakened. What Sanjeev said. Resolve की जगह dissolve, जिस दिन वो dissolve हो जाएगा, चित्त की impurities dissolve हो जाएंगे, you will be awakened. Absolutely perfect. So don't judge others, look for yourself. आप रिचुअल को स्पिरिचुअल कैसे बना सकते हो? Now let me share something in that line only. आप मंदिर के अंदर जाते हो और जब घंटी बजाते हो, उसके ठीक नीचे खड़े होके अगर आप घंटी बजाओगे, you can actually feel the vibration from the crown chakra to the root chakra. How many of you have experienced it?
Yes, yes.
So that is powerful. That's a very high energy place if you go to a temple, and if you are standing just underneath the big bell जो टोंग करते हो, और टोंग करके वो वाइब्रेशन को फील करने की कोशिश करो 2 सेकंड. You will actually feel the sensation from head to toe. That is the power of that vibration. So it can wake you up. So make that rituals spiritual. That's all I would say. Yes. Very good, Geeta ji. That's again is a very good question. Great. Anybody else who has any doubts or any other question? Yes, Gunjan, you raised your hand. Good. And after that, Sanjeev, yeah. भूल गए Gunjan. Okay, Sanjeev.
I would say, like Geeta ji gave this question, or anyone, whenever कोई भी ऐसा क्वेश्चन देते हैं, स्पिरिचुअलिटी में जजमेंट छोड़ना बहुत जरूरी है. किसी के बारे में भी कोई गया, उसको फायदा हुआ या नहीं हुआ, हाउ कैन वन जज अबाउट द अदर पर्सन? हाउ कैन वन कमेंट अबाउट अदर पर्सन? और जब आप कभी भी स्पिरिचुअलिटी में ऐसे जजमेंट या कमेंट्स दूसरों को देते हैं, दूसरों को फायदा हुआ या नहीं हुआ, अपना नुकसान जरूर हुआ. तो वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो कभी भी किसी भी के बारे में आप जब कमेंट्स देते हैं, कुछ भी आप करते हैं, रिमेम्बर, जो अच्छा कमेंट दे रहे हैं तो आप अपना फायदा कर रहे हैं, आप बुरा कमेंट दे रहे हैं तो अपना पहले नुकसान कर रहे हैं. बाद में किसी का होगा या नहीं होगा हमें नहीं मालूम. तो दिस इज वन ऑफ द प्रोसेस ऑफ स्पिरिचुअलिटी. Avoid thinking about that way. That's what I would say.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Geeta ji, for asking this question.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very good, Sanjeev. Good observation and very good learning actually. Yes, and I've seen that many times. Sometimes मेरे को दिखते हैं कोई बहुत साधु संत आदमी हैं, and what is actually going inside we don't know, because we are seeing him in the TV or we are seeing him in the public face. Actual life में वो क्या है नहीं मालूम है. So I will not comment anything on that. वी अनुज जी जैसे पूछ रहे थे, मुझे नहीं मालूम what he is doing. वो स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग कर रहे हैं या सिर्फ सबका भला हो कर रहे हैं, अपना भला हो नहीं रहा, सबका भला हो जाए. तो वो सिर्फ वर्ड में है या फिर आत्मा से आवाज आ रही है, यू नेवर नो. सो यू कांट जज एनीबडी ऑन दैट. और कोई एकदम भिखारी फकीर लग रहा होगा, यू कुड बी एनलाइटेंड बुद्धा, यू डोंट नो, राइट. तो आप भिखारी समझ के उसको डांट के भगा रहे हो, एंड देन यू कुड बी एन एनलाइटेंड पर्सन. एंड वी हैव मेट सो मेनी पीपल लाइक दैट. हरिद्वार की तरफ निकल जाओ, हरिद्वार ऋषिकेश में एवरीबडी looks like you can't make out anything unless you interact with them. And when you interact with them, you suddenly see the wisdom. I've met a couple of people there. It's mind blowing sometimes. So judgment मैंने उसके बाद से छोड़ दिया, जो संजीव ने कहा. Interact, find out, experience yourself, and then you see, then you know. सुनी सुनाई बात पे या शक्ल देख के नहीं बोल सकते कि ये enlightened है या नहीं है. नहीं, it doesn't work that. All right, very good. Yes, let's acknowledge. कौन बोलना चाह रहे थे? यस अनिरुद्ध जी, याद आ गया. पहले रुक जाओ गुंजन, पहले आप बोलना भूल जाओगे.
Sir, one of my friends, she's a YouTuber only, and she's also a healer. तो अभी नहीं है वो मेरी फ्रेंड, बट शी यूज्ड टू बी, शी सेड दैट मैं तुझे हील करती हूँ. एंड वो मेरे को हील करती थी, तो वो रोती रहती थी सारा दिन कि मेरा ये हो गया, मेरा ये. मैंने कहा यार ये क्या हील करेगी तू, मुझे तो पहले अपने सॉल्व तो कर ले. इससे तेरे से ज्यादा तो स्ट्रॉन्ग हेडेड मैं हूँ. So I
That's fine. Again, I will not judge anybody, but yes, you were on a journey to find the people healers, and now you have
yes,
found the
I
real
was.
healer. Yeah, and you have become a
Yes,
real healer in yourself. That's fine. You
yes.
have found yourself. That's more important.
And secondly, I think I discussed it with you. One of my friends, she got healing from me, and her mother-in-law died. So she मेरे को कहती हीलिंग्स बंद कर दे गुंजन, हीलिंग्स बंद कर दे, मेरी सास मर गई. मैंने कहा ये मेरा क्या कसूर है, मैंने तो तेरी सास को देखा भी नहीं. आई जस्ट सॉ योर पिक्चर. So there was nothing to do with your sas. I was dealing with you, your husband, and your your son. There's nothing to do with. I never seen your mother-in-law.
Yeah,
If she
but
died, it's not my fault.
again, it's not a question of fault. You have to understand. First of all, you never healed her. आपने उसको healing
Yeah,
भेजी
I
ही
never
नहीं है.
healed.
You
Yeah,
send healing
yeah,
to her, your friend. And
yeah.
then if somebody in her family dies, that is very very remote case. Anyway, वो उस समय
Yeah.
समझाना बेकार है. मैंने बताया था ना.
हाँ जी,
Wait
हाँ
for
जी, हाँ
10
जी.
days and then talk to her. They will understand it. And I
Yeah,
think it is
after 10
resolved,
days,
right?
yeah, it's resolved. It's
Yeah,
resolved.
yeah. Perfect. That's how you need
Dissolve.
to handle it. उस समय कोई
Dissolve.
emotional upset में है.
Dissolved.
Yes.
Yeah, your confrontation with her was resolved. She dissolved her
Yeah.
upset. That's a different issue, right?
Yes.
So yeah, उस समय नहीं बोलना है. 10 दिन रुक जाओ, उसके बाद बात करना. उस समय इमोशनल टर्मोइल में होते हैं, उस समय बात करना बेकार होता है.
Yeah, she was bombarding with messages to me. ऐसे हो गया, ये हो गया, and I never responded her back. मैंने कहा मेरे को
बात करो, बोलो 10 दिन बाद बात करें. सिंपल. Keep it short and simple. It will work. ठीक है? Don't take their energies. Send them healing energies first. It will work always. Very good, Gunjan. That's a good job. Yeah. Who else raised hand? Yes, Anirudh ji, go ahead.
तो मेरे दो क्वेश्चन हैं. एक तो पहला ये है कि मैं समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ जो स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग है और ये फेथ भी कह सकते हैं, जो फेथ है, तो ये बॉडी को या हमारी हीलिंग कैसे करता है? आई थिंक सब ओरा आती हैं या कुछ क्या, किस तरीके से हील करता है ये?
आत्मा की
आई फील
शक्ति
दी.
से, आत्मा की शक्ति से आप अपने शरीर को और अपने मन को हील करते हैं.
नहीं वो ठीक है, वो तो आपको मैं मान लिया. तो जब आत्मा की शक्ति से हम ठीक करते हैं तो वहां से कोई ओरा निकलती हैं डिवाइन से, कोई कोई जिससे आप कोई अनसीन लाइट या कुछ ऐसी क्या कुछ
डिवाइन
है?
को आप कैसे एक्सेस करोगे बताइए?
हर एक का अपना अपना तरीका है डिवाइन को एक्सप्रेस. कोई
कैसे करोगे
लाइट,
बताइए? हाँ,
कोई
तो या
कोई
तो लाइट, अगर आप लाइट देख रहे हो तो लाइट से होगा, डिवाइन लाइट से होगा.
अगर हम मूर्ति में देख रहे हैं तो
हाँ,
उससे
तो
उससे होगा.
भक्ति है ना. भक्ति क्या है? डिवोशन है, सरेंडर है. तो सरेंडर भाव से
वो तो
होगा.
ठीक है, लाइट से मूर्ति से होगा. परंतु मुझे ऐसा ऐसा लगता है कि फेथ उसके साथ कोई ओराज वगैरह आती हैं बॉडी में जो कि हमारी हीलिंग करती है.
जो आप विश्वास रखते हो वो होगा. लाइट होगी, डिवाइन लाइट होगा या डिवाइन लव होगा. भक्ति है तो डिवाइन लव होगा. ठीक है, समझिए बात को. अगर आप लाइट में डिवाइन को देखते हैं तो डिवाइन लाइट होगा.
ठीक है.
और अगर आप ज्ञान योग में विश्वास रखते हैं तो डिवाइन विजडम होगा. इनमें से कोई भी किसी भी फॉर्म में आप डिवाइन को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, वो आपके चित्त को शुद्ध करेगा। क्लियर है? डिवाइन लव, डिवाइन लाइट और डिवाइन विजडम, इसके अलावा किसी भी और तरीके से इंसान डिवाइन को महसूस नहीं करता है। दिव्य दृष्टि की बात नहीं कर रहा कि आपके दर्शन हो गए, वो मैं मानता नहीं हूँ। हो गए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, तो वो डिवाइन विजन हो जाएगा, वो चौथा है, वो बहुत रेयर होता है। नॉर्मली डिवाइन लव, डिवाइन लाइट या डिवाइन विजडम से ही आप डिवाइन को एक्सेस करते हैं। ज्यादातर 99% लोग ऐसे ही एक्सेस कर पाएंगे। तो आप देखिए आपके लिए क्या वैलिड है, आपके लिए क्या प्रैक्टिकल है, तो पकड़ लीजिए। ठीक है, गुड।
सेकंड
दूसरा
क्वेश्चन
सवाल।
मेरा दूसरा संजीव जी से है। संजीव जी ने अभी कहा कि रिजॉल्व नहीं करना, डिजोल्व करना है। तो आई एग्री विद हिम। मेरे से मुझे लगता है कि इसके बाद डिजोल्व ना करके मर्ज करना है डिवाइन के साथ।
आप फिर मर्ज को पकड़ लिया, मैंने कहा था आप मर्ज की बात मत करिए। ये रिजॉल्व इश्यूज की बात कर रहे हैं, आपके चित्त में जो संस्कार हैं उनकी बात कर रहे हैं। ठीक है,
हाँ, तो जो अपना जो चित्त है
हाँ, चित्त
तो
में जो होते हैं
उसको
वो सीड्स होते हैं, उन सीड्स को आपने डिसॉल्व करना है, या आप बर्न ऑफ बोल सकते हैं, यू बर्न ऑफ योर सीड्स। मर्ज क्या करेंगे आप? मर्ज कुछ नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है। अनिरुद्ध जी, मर्ज ऑटोमेटिकली निरुद्ध स्टेट पे होता है, जब आप समाधि स्टेट में जाएंगे, वो आपके हाथ में नहीं है।
ओके।
ठीक है, तो आप सिर्फ उसको डिसॉल्व करने की बात करिए। चित्त में जो इम्प्योरिटीज हैं उसको डिसॉल्व करना है, या जो संस्कार हैं उनको, विकार जो हैं उनको आपने जलाना है, बर्न ऑफ करना है। ये समझ लीजिए, ये है जर्नी। ठीक है, गुड अनिरुद्ध जी, थैंक यू।
ओके।
यस, संजीव, you want to add something? Actually the question was for you, I answered it. That's perfect. Wonderful. Yes, anybody else who would like to share? We are exactly at 10 o'clock. So any other question which you think spiritual healing के बारे में, और कोई आपको ऐसी कोई इंफॉर्मेशन है जो आपको लगता है जिसका आप जवाब नहीं दे सकते, या कुछ डाउट्स हैं तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। यस विवेक जी, गो अहेड।
Spiritual healing for self by prayer. How
स्पिरिचुअल
effective
हीलिंग
it for by self or by prayer to divine. How effective it is and how much it
प्रेयर आप
is.
करते रहिए, अगर उससे चित्त शुद्धि हो रही है तो स्पिरिचुअल होगा, वरना वो रिचुअल होगा।
So why do
प्रेयर,
we need to
भक्ति,
depend upon a spiritual healer?
you don't, you
Why
can't,
not working on self?
yeah, you can do that, go ahead। मैंने कहा ना, जर्नी सोल की जो है लाइफ लॉन्ग है, और स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग ही कर रहे हो आप, अपने कर्मास को हील कर रहे हो। अगर गाड़ी नहीं चल रही है तो एक धक्का जरूरी होता है, तो स्पिरिचुअल हीलर कैन ओनली गिव यू दैट। उसके बाद आपकी जर्नी आराम से चलेगी, तो आप चला सकते हैं। अगर पहले से ही गाड़ी चल रही है आपकी बहुत अच्छी, तो चलाते रहिए, किसी हीलिंग की जरूरत नहीं है, किसी हीलर की जरूरत नहीं है। यू योरसेल्फ आर योर हीलर, क्योंकि हीलिंग तो सोल कर रहा है। अगर आपका सोल डिवाइन के साथ फुल्ली कनेक्टेड है, फुल्ली चार्ज है, तो आपकी हीलिंग ऑटोमेटिकली होती रहेगी, आपकी बॉडी और माइंड को हील होता रहेगा। बट अगर वो नहीं हो रहा है, देन यू नीड टू गो टू एन एक्सपर्ट, so you can find a spiritual healer and go there. You can attend the programs and become a healer yourself, and then you can heal yourself for the rest of your life. ठीक है जी, तो ये तो एक एक फास्ट ट्रैक पे आने के लिए, गाड़ी को ट्रैक पे लाने के लिए है। ट्रैक पे आ जाएगी, उस पर चलती रहेगी। So विवेक जी, did I answer you?
Ji, I'm trying
Okay,
to understand.
good,
Yeah.
very good. Let's acknowledge विवेक जी, तरुण जी, VJ, सरोज जी, anything do you like to share? आप अभी भी शायद थोड़ा सा लेट आए हैं। Anybody else who would like to share? विजय जी, anything आप कुछ शेयर करना चाहेंगे?
नहीं सर जी, I am enjoying the session.
You're enjoying the session, very good. No doubts, no questions. And of course, you have done the healing and you have learned the healing program, correct? And by the way, those who are in the NLP program, NLP is also a healing modality, right? So understand that also. उसमें भी आपको पूरा ट्रस्ट और फेथ के साथ अगर आप हीलिंग करोगे, तो यू विल क्लींस योर चित। एनीथिंग दैट क्लींसेस योर चित इज द हीलिंग modality. Let me put it that way, very simple. अगर वो आपके चित्त को साफ नहीं कर रहा है, तो वो आपकी हीलिंग नहीं हो रही है। चित्त को साफ कर रहा है तो वो हीलिंग हो रही है। बहुत सिंपल है। फिर वो चाहे भक्ति योग हो, ज्ञान योग हो, राज योग हो या कर्म योग. Correct? Yes. Anybody else who would like to share? Otherwise, we will close the session. It's 3 minutes overtime. Anybody who has anything to share? Anything guests want to share? जो आज पहली बार आए हैं, कृष्ण जी, तरुण जी. Okay,
Yes,
Tarun ji
sir.
तो पुराने हैं. I know. Vijay, Saroj ji, anything you would like to share? Please go ahead. Yes, Saroj, go ahead.
आई वाज सेइंग कि ये बैक एंड फोर्थ बहुत होता है इस प्रोसेस के अंदर. यू मूव 2 steps, you come back 4 steps. So मतलब how to control that mind on that level? Now you touch that positivity, then you come back to 4 step of negativity.
सर आपने लाइफ का ग्राफ देखा है? लाइफ का ग्राफ देखा है कैसा होता है? स्ट्रेट होता है? स्ट्रेट
कभी
होता
नहीं
है तो
सर.
लाइफ जा चुकी है
हाँ.
ना? तो अप एंड डाउन तो होगा ही ना. लाइफ इज ऑलवेज अ रोलर कोस्टर.
तो ये
तो
रिवर्स कैसे कर सकते हैं कि 4
हाँ?
स्टेप उधर और पीछे 1 स्टेप हो?
एक स्टेप ऊपर, 2 स्टेप नीचे, फिर 1 स्टेप ऊपर, फिर 2 स्टेप नीचे. ऐसी चलती है लाइफ.
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि सर जो नेगेटिव, that is fine, but the point is the step which are moving towards negativity, they are more than the steps moving towards the positivity.
So you need
How
to do
balance?
healing. तो आप सेल्फ हीलिंग करो. सेल्फ हीलिंग नहीं आती है तो हीलर को, किसी हीलर को ढूंढो और हीलिंग प्रोग्राम में आ जाओ. और हीलिंग प्रोग्राम में आने के बाद सेशंस अटेंड करने हैं. सेशन अटेंड नहीं करने हैं तो फिर बात करनी है हीलर से. आप कुछ भी नहीं करोगे तो कैसे हीलिंग होएगी? ठीक है
Got
जी.
it, sir. I
Yeah.
get that.
So you talk to me tomorrow, then we will discuss क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना. Right?
Got it. Perfect.
Yes, let's acknowledge Tarun ji. Very good.
Thank
Yes,
you.
anybody else? Amit ji, closing statement, anything you would like to share?
No, I think not really. I've kind of shared that.
Okay, very good. Anybody else who wants to share? Last and final
Rather-
call.
रादर आज तो अमित जी का फेवरेट टॉपिक बीच में आया था, ट्विन फ्लेम्स.
अच्छा, अमित जी का भी फेवरेट है क्या? ओके ओके. Yeah, but he is clear about it. That's fine. उनके साथ तो बहुत बार मेरी डिस्कशन हो चुकी. He is very clear about the twin flame journey.
Yeah, I got to know about it from Amit ji only, na? That is why I'm saying.
Okay,
He's very excited when he talks about that.
that's fine. Are you also on that journey? I hope not.
Not.
हाँ, good. So you talk to me tomorrow regarding your spiritual journey. ठीक है जी?
Sure,
Yes.
sir.
All right, good. Anybody else who would like to share? कौन बचे? VJ and okay, VJ जी, अगर आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे, we are closing. And I would again request all the guests to leave their contact details so that we can get in touch with you and send you the recording of this program. Yeah, we will send you by WhatsApp. So you can send your name and your contact details. We will send you the recordings. All right. So with this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you very much for your participation, and I hope this session was valuable to all of you. So those who have got the clarifications regarding spiritual healing, be on the journey of spiritual healing, self-healing, and move forward. And those who are stuck and those who need any
Thank you.
expert helps, please find out an expert. Please find out an expert in your life and go ahead. Right. So with this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you very much. Enjoy a great life. Enjoy a great week. And we come again next week with lots more action. Till then, Aham Brahmasmi.
Brahmasmi.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Sir.
please write down your contact details. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, leaving.